Kia ora, Coach Kumi here from the 6'4 Army, and I'm introducing to you our upcoming 6-week training cycle for the affiliates starting September 9th and going through to October 20. This training cycle is called the Lieutenant Colonel cycle, and it is programmed specifically for our affiliates. Remember that we do have an affiliate level 1 and affiliate level 2 training options, so jump online, check out our website and see what details are involved with those. In terms of the upcoming training cycle, it's important just to recap of what we've just come off of the back of. It was a huge 12-week off-season type training program where we focused on building our 1 rep max true strength through our compound movements such as deadlifts, back squats, bench press, strict press, and strict pull-ups. Those were a big key focus for us, building that top strength. And then now that we have that, we can function and gain and develop, add layers, strength capacity, leg endurance, and bring back our weightlifting. Now that we've essentially got stronger, can we now get more technical mastery in our Olympic weightlifting and have that carryover be there? This 6 weeks will largely focus on some athleticism development, some strength development or strength capacity and volume, and then some rep cadence work. A lot of our metcons are going to be between that 8 to 15 minute time bracket, but we do have 1 dedicated sessions per week where our intensity is ramped all the way up. The volume of training is a little bit less in terms of a work bout, so we can sustain that higher output throughout the session. On a Monday, you'll be expected go through your warm-up, go through the patterns there, and then have our lower body plyometrics. So bounding, pogos, jumping, those type of things, just to develop some explosive muscle tissue. And we'll do that as a primer before our back squats. Back squats, again, we just spoke about having capacity and volume being our key focus here. So think hypertrophy. So we're going to build lean muscle mass and get that leg endurance happening. And we'll also be performing a max rep set every single Monday on the back end of some percentage work as well. The metcon thereafter will be around that 12 to 15 minute marker, followed by some accessory work. On a Tuesday, we have an upper body plyometric focus after your warm-up, and that's just going to be things like slamming balls, some throws, some push-ups or some plyo efforts there, just really getting some real high contraction, high contractile muscle usage from the upper body. That will then be followed up by the push jerk. In the last training cycle, we predominantly perform strict press, push press, split jerk, bench press over the culmination of 12 weeks. Now we perform the push jerk in solidarity with itself. What that will be supersetted with will be a lower body hinge component. The workout to follow on a Tuesday will be anywhere between the 8 to kind of 11 minute time frame, and would be expected to probably sustain a higher output of effort and be looking at local muscular endurance as one of the key components to that development of that whole training window. Accessory thereafter will follow with some tricep development and some push-pull just to offset all the pressing for the day. Also, on a Wednesday, what you can be expected to perform is some cluster weightlifting, and specifically for the session, clean and jerks. Think 2 clean and jerks, pause for a governed amount of time, 10, 12 seconds, single clean and jerk, pause same amount of time, another clean and jerk. Whatever the rep range is, you'll then be asked to pause. You may or may not be ready to lift, but you're expected to lift. That's how we kind of fatigue the lift a little bit. The percentages are well within the realm to govern that rest period. But we're looking to lift well, even if you are ready. Wait that little bit that's been asked of you longer, and then potentially on the back end of those sets, maybe you're not quite ready, maybe you need 13 seconds and you've only been asked to do 10, you still have to lift under a little bit of pressure there. So that's cluster sets of our weightlifting. And then we go into a mixed modal sprint interval. For example, you might be expected to do a 100-meter sprint, come back in 10 or 5 touch and go reps of a hang power clean, rest 45 seconds. 100-meter sprint, come back in, 15 toes to bar, rest 45 seconds. That's the kind of theme and format on a Wednesday for our mixed modal. We're going high effort, high output, short turnaround, but enough rest where we can kind of produce the same output with only about a 5% drop off from first to last set in that working day. Thereafter, your accessory work will be working on some overhead stability, so look for the accessory movements that will be in that day. On a Thursday, what we can expect is lower body pre-fatigue development. What this means, we're going to put the body under some low resistance, low impact stress. Think bike sprint, and then load for squat capacity. Dead ball, front squat, back squat, type of hinge, dumbbells, these types of things. So we're basically fatiguing local muscular endurance, then putting load on it, double the stress, creates good positive adaptation. The body will then get stronger in those mechanics and that rep range for volume capacity. Following that, Metcon, anywhere between, these will be interval Metcons on a Wednesday. So you will have work, you will also get rest. The work isn't going to be so much variety, it's not going to be high complexity in nature in terms of the style of the workouts. However, by the end of the workout, you will have accrued a lot of volume on a single muscular unit, which will then require you to recover for the next day. So typically you'd probably see, like, if you were to do all of those reps in a full-time manner, it will mess you up a little bit. It will probably make the next 2 or 3 days a little bit less positive training, I would say. But if you do it in this nature, you can accrue the volume without the damage. Essentially, that's it. Friday, upper body plyometrics. Same thing as Tuesday. We're just looking at rotational stuff. We're looking at moving a transverse plane. We're looking at passing in different awkward positions. One thing that I think I like to think about is learning how to move well in poor positions at times. We think about training for everyday life. You don't know what type of life situation you'll be in. You might not get the best outcome for mechanics of breathing, bracing in a singular plane. How can we put ourselves in not such a compromising position, but move in a not so optimal angle or something like that within a safe environment? And some plyometrics just develop that. I mean, you think ice skater jumps bounding laterally. The pressure of the ACL, MCL isn't really enjoying the nature of that pattern. However, unloaded, not so much fatigue. It's a great way to develop positive power output and joint health in what's essentially a poor position. Cluster squat snatches, following the theme of the cluster clean and jerk. So do a lift, pause X amount of time, do another lift, pause X amount of time, and that'll be governed there for you. And then a Metcon that's anywhere between that 10 to 15 minute range on that Friday as well. So accessory work to follow will be some snatch accessory work, so be in tune for that, and just some back strengthening stuff, some extensions, some holds, some isometrics as well. Finally, on a Saturday, love this one for our affiliate crew. We've just come off the back of a lot of partner workouts for our Saturday. For this Saturday 6-week block, Saturday blenders. Think running clock, 3-4 workouts, anywhere up to 40 minutes, and you'll get rest breaks. So low impact, some things that will require some high impact stuff. So just as an example, 0 to 10 minutes, run 1 mile. At rest till the 10-minute marker. The scaling option, run 1200 meters. Scaling option, run 800 meters. Scaling option, run 400 meters. Rest till the 10-minute marker. At the 10-minute marker, perform 50 dumbbell thrusters, 50 pull-ups. At the 20-minute marker, perform 3 rounds, 10 handstand push-ups, 10 toes to bar, 10 calorie row. You get the picture. There is that type of blender situation where you get an amalgamation of all of these cool training themes and putting them all into one, under one banner. So in a nutshell, that is our training cycle for the next 6 weeks. Let's bring back some rep cadence. Let's bring back some speed. Let's bring back some enjoyment. So, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, we've just got out of winter. So we're heading into spring, and then we're just setting ourselves up just to see out the rest of the year and build ourselves towards being just a better athlete, or having some athleticism under our tool belt as well. So in summary, that's our 6-week training cycle: explosive development, some strength capacity, some leg endurance, and some weightlifting. Get into a gym that's doing our program. You won't regret it. We'll see you out there.